Hello and welcome to the Resume and Internship Search Workshop. My name is Pavel Consuera. I'm the internship coordinator here at San Diego Mesa College. So let's start with this pop quiz. What is the initial amount of time that an employer takes to review an applicant's resume? 15 to 30 seconds minimum, 45 seconds maximum. Well, if you choose 15 to 30 seconds minimum, you are right. So that's when employer receive those hundreds of resumes and they will take only sometimes even max 6 seconds to review the general resume of a potential applicant. Well, so today we are going to be discussing the general components of resumes, cover letters, and other tools that we will need in the internship searching process. So why do you need a resume? First, this is a marketing tool. Remember, this is a resume is needed to obtain an interview, not a job. So we are just asking employer to review our general qualifications, education, and asking for a chance to have a conversation about a potential hire, right? And it's of course a requirement for most organizations nowadays. So general structure of a resume, super simple. The header goes on the top, and what should be there? Well, first it's your legal name. When I'm saying legal name, it's important that you do not go for that nickname that your friend calls you, or family members. Just have to be your legal name matching your state or government ID and social security card. Permanent or in present address. So this is a sort of combination that you need to think about because employers would like to see where you are located. And as a general rule, when you are creating your first resume, it is important to consider where parts you have your residency. If it's something that you need support from your local career center, from here, from San Diego Mesa College Career Center, just talk to us about this. But we recommend you to use a full address if it's possible. And email address. This is, remember, a professional email address. This is the time to have your first, last name, and maybe a possible combination of numbers, but that is a email address that is not connected to your social media. When I say social media, nothing like personal, no banking accounts, no, it's just for work and a working telephone number. And we talk about that telephone number part 2 minutes. And so this contact information should go always at the top. We good? Okay. So second part, going down, objective or statement. Well, this is the purpose. This is the opportunity for you to tell employers what you're looking for or who you are professionally. So think about your skills, think about the experience that you have in time doing this. So how are you going to present to the employers in maybe max 3 to 4 sentences? Good. And these are some awesome examples that you want to consider. The education will be next. That has to be included on the resume and consider starting with the name of the institution, include the city, the state, if that's not part of the title, of course. Name of your bachelor degree and major. So you are majoring in what? Is a bachelor's, is an associate degree, is a certificate in accounting. So, and of course, list all the degrees in reverse order. So you have to start with your most updated one first, right? Include date of expected date of graduation. So if you're going to be graduating on May 2019, 20, just include there for employers to have an idea that you're still in college. Remember, this is the time for us to play the student card. Employers understand that you are attending college, so that facilitates the process. GPA. Well, so if it's required for the internship that you're applying for, it's important to indicate your GPA, right? You have to consider rounded to the exact number and include other if you receive any special mention during the career, it has to go there. Remember high school information, do not include it after your sophomore year. Okay? So, right? Why? Because you already attended college. So for experience, we want to use the term experience because we don't have that, I will say, like intensive, or you might not have that intense work experience. It depends. But the general experience will go for full part-time jobs, self-employment, volunteer opportunities, and maybe some field and cooperative education. You have to include job title, dates of employment, company name, city, and state. Let's use bullet points. So you have to list all these responsibilities. The start of each line with an action verb. Present tense, encouraging employee, past tense is no longer employee, right? Vary your choice of verbs, tailor skills and experience to the position for your applying. It's very important to read the employer. It's very important to understand what they're looking for so I could match my skills and my responsibility in my previous experience. And be concise while providing enough detail. So this is an example of a resume. I just want to ask you, just consider, what do you think? Is this a good resume? Is this well presented? If you can see first, you have the header, general information of the candidate, an objective, probably a summary, a list of skills, education, and the rest of the work history. Right? So honors and awards. It is very important that if you have received some, you want to order it by date, reverse chronological, and rank order by importance into the career objective. Professional affiliations and activities. This is also a very, very good component in the resume, especially for us that are, for those of you who are starting or your first semester of college. So yeah, let's list it by order by date, reverse chronological, rank order by importance into the career objective. Remember, do not say member of, emphasize your leadership roles, spell out the organization's name. Do not never, please. It's very, very important. Use abbreviations or acronyms. Good. This is another very good resume example where you can see where this individual lists the academic experience, leadership, activities, and skills, right? So there's a ton of examples out there that you wanna consider. So some tips here, resumes, what we have to do. First, use action verbs. Use short, concise sentences. Use numbers, percentage, dollars amount. If you save the company this amount of money, if you improve operation process, or if you extend it, so that because employees want to see that, this quantification part. Keep resume easy to read, very simple. If it's possible, one page, and max, let's go back 5 years of work history. Resumes don't. So this is something that we should not be doing at all. So we don't have to use the pronouns such as I, me, or mine. We always talk in third person. Do not include references. So before, years ago, probably when I was younger, the bottom of the resumes people used to write, they were, reference upon request. So no, that part doesn't go there anymore. Do not clutter your resume with non-essential information. Do not make any misrepresentations. Do not include personal information, very important. No social security number, age, sex, height, weight, marital status, photograph, nothing, no, right? Good? Okay. So what else do we need in the internship selection process? Cover letter, it's very important. So the cover letter is an accompanying letter that serves as the introduction to your resume. Basically, the cover letter is individualized for each position. So if you have to tailor, you have to write it every time that you submit an application. A strong cover letter can be the determination factor when an employer is choosing between applicants with similar work experience and skills pertaining to the position they are looking to fill. Writing an effective cover letter, remember, you have to keep in mind it's going to be very similar to the resume process. You have to include a date on the top of the letter, the name of the company. You have to do some research to find out who is the specific person behind, who's the hiring manager of that position as much as possible, right? Consists, max on 3 paragraphs, include your name, address, phone number, and your signature if you're sending by email or hand delivery. This is some sample of cover letter that you want to, maybe take some time to look at this example. And this is the general outline for a cover letter. Okay, as you can see, applicant information on the top, the date, company you're addressing, and then the salute. Opening paragraph, middle paragraph, and closing paragraph, and don't forget your name and signature at the bottom. So you obtain that. Awesome. So you have your resume, cover letter, you went, have this great interview. So once you finish, before you go bed that day, max 2 days, but I recommend 24 hours max. don't forget to send the employer a thank you letter, a thank you note, something simple, just to show appreciation to the employer, for taking the time. Thank them, reiterate that your interest about this position, review, or maybe you forgot to mention something during the interview process, and this is the best time for you to mention to them. Okay, good. These are some samples of thank you letter. You can look for others in your local career center here in Mesa, and the general outline to write a good thank you letter. So for internship searching, this is the last part of our presentation. Think about this is kind of a strategy process. You have to plan your career. You have to explore, as we have mentioned in the workshop before. It's about networking. You have to assess your personal needs, where you want to go, your experience, knowledge, skills. And remember, this is that a kind of combination where two parties have needs and they must met. It's like a perfect match, okay, or relationship. Okay? So strategies to consider: identify opportunities that align with your goals and interests. Convince employers that they need to interview you to determine if you meet their needs and have the potential to succeed. So prepare to present you. You are the one who are going to be there. So this is a product of you. So these are some different steps for you to understand the internship market, right? So doing some local research, labor statistics, and occupational outlook industry, especially here in the county. Step number 2, let's make a plan to achieve your job searching goals. Again, you see the word plan here a lot, so you had to plan yourself, put in time there, and keep accurate records. It's very important you keep records of who you are talking with, or where you're sending information, application, and deadlines. Step number 3, let's gather information about your target internship job network research, determine your employment needs and desires, investigate, and review future trends. Step number 4, let's secure referrals and introduction through your network, utilizing the working contacts from alumni and friends. This is very important. Choose your references with care. Thank you is a powerful statement, and remember, this is something that most of the time people don't hear. So the next step for you will be to complete your account at Mesa Job Network. This is a very easy platform. Here I have included the link for you to check later on. You only need your student ID number, and it's a free account where you have a chance to search for internships and also for employment opportunities here at Mesa, locally and nationally. If you need additional help, please visit Career Center here in San Diego Mesa College. We are located in the Student Services Building, I-4, room 306. We are next to General Counseling. I'm listing here our direct number, email address, and our operation hours. So we are getting to the end of this activity. And I'd like to thank you for participating in the Resume and Internship Search Workshop here at San Diego Mesa College. The objective of these specific resumes is to provide you with the right tools you will need during the internship searching process and also after. And remember, to receive full credit for this activity, please complete the following critical reflection form located on this link here down. And again, my name is Pablo Consuegra. I'm the internship coordinator here at San Diego Mesa College. Thank you so much for participating in this workshop. Bye.